Guys, welcome back to the channel. And today I got the most special video for you guys. I was able to sit down with the members of Ruin and have a fun, silly goose little interview. And we asked some questions, we got some information, but at the end of the day, just everybody having a good time, a little bit of roasting each other and just keeping it chill and just having fun, making jokes. And I hope that you guys find it and I hope you guys find it as entertaining as I found it being in there and being able to ask my questions and just hear a little more insight on the band and get a little more of the history and find out where all the music went. So guys, please enjoy. This interview happened because of you guys. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for you people backing me the entire way, giving me the support, and giving me all of this music that I can react to. And one thing led to another, and we got a sick interview out of it. So I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, make sure to go to Instagram and show all of the members some love, as well as myself. So I will see you guys in the next one.
Yep. Okay, here we go.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Hey.
All right, let's get these fucking retards in here. All right.
How does that mic sound?
It sounds really good, dude.
Okay, cool. Because an hour before this was happening, I literally had to go to Target and buy a new mic just for this.
Yeah. It was me talking to you in the chat, or in the DM.
Okay, cool.
What kind of mic did you get?
I got some HyperX mic for Discord. Just because.
So why did you have to get a different mic than what you use on like your YouTube videos and shit? Is it like, I don't really understand. I don't you really use Discord, so I don't know if it's like some different shit or what.
I don't use Discord much either. But what happened is I have my Shure mic. I have an SM7B, and it's really good. But the problem with it is my gain on my system is turned all the way up. I have to put gain filters when I'm in OBS. Like, it just doesn't have enough input. So when I put it on Discord, it's quieter than shit. So I literally had to go buy a compressor mic to even make this sound halfway decent.
Gotcha.
Cloud lifter?
Hmm?
Do you have a cloud lifter?
No, I know I have to buy a cloud lifter. Because the SM7B is really nice, and I had to finagle the shit out of it for it to work in OBS, but with anything else, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, I mean, the cloud lifters are fairly cheap.
Yeah, I know, and I was trying not to get one. When I got the SM7B, they were like, that's the hidden cost of having one of those. And I'm like, you fuckers.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Yeah.
All right, we got him coming in. Let's go.
Yeah, Jerry. Oh, there he is.
Hey.
Dude, I was having trouble like trying to figure this shit out.
No, you're good.
I was sitting there just fucking waiting, and it just said everyone had joined, and I was like, all right, when this shit's supposed to fucking start?
I'm not the best with Discord, but I know this, so this is fine.
I've never used it ever.
It's cool. I mean, it's good for this. That's about
It's
it.
pretty cool so far. Now that I'm in.
Now that you're in, now that everybody's finally here, let me just say I appreciate this happening. This is super cool. Like, this is dope. Like, I reacted to your guys' song, which was fire. That genuinely I do listen to quite a bit because it's really fire. Like, I actually love the song a lot. And then now, what is it, 6-7 days, however long it is afterwards, we're on a Discord call. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is sick.
Thank you.
Appreciate you having us.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, man.
You,
for sure.
you appreciate
real quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say don't appreciate me for having you guys. It's the other way around, but go ahead.
So what your channel name, DMOE, right? Is that, or what is it like? Is that like a word? Is that a name? Like what's that all about?
It's like an acronym. So it's DMO, and it's the story on it's so stupid. But I used to work at Sprint when they were still a thing, and I was a manager there for a long time. And every time I would be on like a call or I'd be training people, or we use Skype a lot. So I would always put MOE, is money over everything. Like, just, I don't care what we're talking about. It's only about money. If we're not talking about money, I don't want to hear it. And it was just, and everybody just started calling me that. And I was like, fuck it. I'm going to let this ride forever.
Nice.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And then when I started this YouTube thing, I was like, what the hell am I going to call myself? And I was just like, you know what? This probably isn't going to go anywhere. So this is what I'm going to do. And now it's stapled into everything that I'm doing.
Dude, figuring out your name on social media or whatever is like the hardest part, I swear. Like,
It's
just
hard.
to figure out how your name is fucking hard.
No, I know.
It's hard.
It's like that's because no matter what, that's always going to be the first impression is the name.
Yep.
Exactly.
So it's like,
Yeah,
I don't
that's why
know.
we've had two band names, and I don't know, maybe we'll do a third. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'll say, dude, it took us fucking
Change our
months
name
to
up
figure
again.
out their band name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Months.
It was tough.
So how did you land on that of Ruin?
Well, let's probably start with the backstory first. You guys talk about Confront the Elders.
Yeah, we can do that. So we started out back in 2019. Cole and I had met through Instagram. He had a video, like a Instagram page called Shitty Covers, where he would just, do covers in the car. And I ran across it. He's got an impressive voice, obviously. So I hit him up, and he lived nearby. And I hadn't played an instrument for probably 10 years at that point, but we decided we wanted to make a shitty internet slam project. So we did it, and we called it. It was called Confront the Elders, and we released an album called Reflections. Well, actually, first we released a single, and then we released Reflections, and then Devin and Cole started talking at some point. Then it's all snowballed from just Cole and I meeting on Instagram, trying to make a shitty little EP.
Nice.
And me and Devin met because we were both in the Air Force, and so there was a post on Facebook or something where it was like one of the deathcore pages asking what people do for a living. And I just saw him. He said he was Air Force, and we had the same job in the Air Force too. So I was like, oh, me too. And then we started talking from there. And then I saw that he played guitar. I was like, you're pretty fucking sick. So then me and Jerry started talking about recruiting him, and that kind of that's how that happened.
No, that's sick.
Yeah, and then once we picked him up, we took the Black and Deathcore route because like he wrote the first song of our EP Blood Moon, which is the title track, and he sent it to us. So we're like, bro, what the fuck? Like, where'd this come from? And we're like, this is fucking sick. Like, we had no intention of taking a Blackened route, but now we are.
Yeah.
And so we wrote like a whole EP. Like I said, it's titled Blood Moon, and we had like, fuck, who all did we have on that? We had a local homie do a vocal feature on that, which he is so good. And then we got Devin Duarte from Worm Shepherd because we were all kind of somehow internet homies, I guess. And so we ended up linking up with those guys, and then he did a feature on one of our songs. So
It's sick. It's nice when unexpected things just continue, like you said, to snowball and just this next unexpected thing, and then this, and then that, and then that. And I think in a way that's kind of why we're all here, in a way.
Yep.
So it's cool.
I mean, it was really like once we that kind of picked up a little bit more traction than we even anticipated for that. Like considering we were pretty fucking like just brand new straight out the gate.
Yeah, we were
then,
like nobodies. Nobody knew who we were. It was crazy.
Yeah, so we started talking. We're like, all right, we're kind of starting to get a little bit more traction. So like, and because our genre has completely changed, we're like, we should probably think about doing a name change because, I mean, I think Confront the Elders. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Jerry. Wasn't that a project that you had like way back in the day or something like that?
Yeah, so Confront the Elders was actually something I made back in 2011 with a couple of Nashville guys. It was going to be like sort of like the Browning or like Attack style, like with just like electronica, with just heavy metalcore. But we never did anything with it, and then I don't know. Years later, it still stuck with me, and I wanted to do something with it. So that's where that came from.
Yeah, and after we took the Black and Deathcore route, we were like, all right, it's probably time to change the name because this name's kind of fucking sick.
Okay.
Devin bitched about it every day. Every day.
I joined the band. Yeah, I joined the band, and I bitched about that name all the time, and they did not want to fucking change it. And then
we don't want
after
to
me
change it
bitching
because we're already branded.
and I was like, I don't care, dude. Like, I bitched about it for a solid year and a half, and then we finally changed it, and I was very happy. So yeah.
So
The
you
rebrand was a good move.
hated the name Confronting the Elders. Is that just because you despise nursing homes, or like why did you hate it so much?
That's
Well,
why
no,
we hated it.
that's why we hated it. It's because people were like
That question.
elderly people, like
That's why.
old people. Like, yeah, it just did. I don't know. It was too confusing of a name, and I don't know. I just didn't like it. I hated it, to be honest with you.
No, I get that. Like, I think the name of Ruin is great because it's so small, but it's not like just a word. Like, it's got something there. And I realized when I was doing the reaction to, fuck, don't look at me right now. When I did the reaction to the first one I reacted to, my mind is blanking right now because I'm shitting in everybody's pants. Yeah, Death, and I kept saying OV Ruin, OV Ruin, OV Ruin, and
Dude,
I was
we get that
A lot of people say that actually.
We get that a lot, dude.
well.
It's insane how many people do that.
I think it's a lot of people that don't really like listen to like the Black and Deathcore stuff. Like they don't. I don't know. It's just kind of like they're just like, oh, OV. Like who spells of OV? You know what I mean? It's just kind of like a black metal thing. So like if you're not like into the whole thing, and I guess you wouldn't get it. But like, you know, once you tell people like, oh yeah, that makes sense. No, not to sound like an asshole. Like I mean. Like, if I didn't listen to this shit, I would probably say the same shit. So
No, that's
fucking MC Hammer, OV Ruin.
Yeah, Mick Hammer.
yeah.
No, I mean that's kind of what happened to me because I don't know what it was. Like I just kept saying OV Ruin, OV Ruin, and then I went to a bar with my homie and I was telling him about this shit. And this was like probably a week ago when everything started to get coordinated a little bit, and I kept saying like OV Ruin, and he's like, isn't it just of Ruin? And I was like, yeah, but that's what I call it.
Yeah, I love it so much.
Yeah, I just like adding the extra syllable in there. It's great.
It just sounds more fun.
I guess so.
And just like with anything else, bro, like we like there's gonna be haters and people that just like give you shit for whatever. And so people give us shit for the name all the time. It's like, oh, another band using OV. Ugh.
Yeah.
I thought you were just doing that, like not actually being an asshole, but just kind of like just
feeding into it.
The name,
yeah. I'm like, look at these OV guys over here, lame ass.
yeah.
So the one thing I was curious about is because Cole, you're the one from Georgia, right? Or in Georgia right now? Devin.
No, that's me. That's me. Yep.
You're in Georgia. So did everything start with you guys in Tennessee then, or was it just over the internet then you guys started collaborating with it?
It was me and Jerry. We are both from Tennessee.
Okay.
So yeah, we live like an hour away from each other, give or take.
That's not bad.
Okay. Yeah, and then when I joined, I was still living in Europe at the time. So everything when I joined initially was all, I mean, it's still all like over the computer and stuff, like sending each other stuff, but luckily I was able to, and now that I'm in Georgia, I'm a lot closer because when I came back to the States, I was in Texas, so I was still pretty far away.
Yeah.
But luckily being in Georgia now, I'm like a 7 hour drive. So it's not too bad. So I was able to drive up for us to shoot that music video and stuff, which is sweet. So now we're able to do a little bit more actual like in-person stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I assume that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, at least for like videos and stuff. I mean, everything else we can do like virtually. So, but
yeah,
literally everything else is done virtually.
I mean, that makes sense nowadays. The in-person stuff, you can cut so much of that out nowadays. It's crazy.
Yeah. And honestly, like when it comes to writing, I feel like it is a lot. It's like easier to do when you're by yourself because you don't have to like, you're not like worried about like if I'm sitting here trying to like write a riff or something, I don't have like someone right behind me like, you know, putting pressure on me. I can just kind of like figure it out myself and not have to like have all this pressure to like figure this riff out in like 5 minutes when I need like 30 minutes or some shit. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
So it's nice.
I'm nice. The same way. I'm the same way to vocals too. Like I would much rather sit here in my home studio and record than be at someone like our producer's house or whatever. Like doing it in person is just so much more stress.
Yeah, I hate it.
And it's like because I sit there, it's like it'll take me like 15 fucking times before I get a take that I'm happy with.
Right.
And if I'm sitting there with someone who's like recording me, then I feel like I'm taking up their time, and I'm like, fuck. Like I think we recorded our very first The Reflections EP in person with our producer, and then we recorded one more single with Sammy Slamdance in person, and I wasn't happy with the way either of those turned out vocally because like it was just a lot more pressure.
Yeah.
Versus I can sit here in my studio, get fucking hammered, and like have at it for a day.
Hell yeah, dude, that's crazy. I'm blacked out right now. So
On almost every song that you will ever listen to, yes.
let's go. You guys said something earlier about when you came together, and it was the music was more like slam than you were expecting. It kind of made me think of Mr. Sammy Slamwich, who like I was like, dude, I ripped on his name a lot in the video, and then I started like looking into a few things, and I realized that he was on. I think he was the mix and master for the second Confront the Elders project. Is that right? Because I seen that he was.
He did a single.
He did a single. Okay. Yeah, I was looking into that.
Yep. Yeah, that was the first song that we did when I joined. Was however you say. I still don't know how to say the name. What Diabolus?
Diabolus.
I hate that song.
Yeah, Devin hates everything.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, I like the Blood Moon EP is good. I just wish it had like a not that it's like the mix is bad, but it's like not anything compared to what we have now.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I can see that.
Though.
Everything like what I've heard so far, under the Of Ruin name sounds fucking like super tight. Like everything's super clean, so it sounds really good.
Yeah. We've been trying to like just upgrade the sound as we've gone because obviously we started out small, kind of working our way and just getting better as we go. Hopefully, you know, that's the plan.
Right. That's usually the plan.
Yeah, try not to read right now and do something shitty. You know?
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to do it forever and keep getting worse with it. That would be.
Yeah, don't go backwards.
Yeah.
That's when it's time to quit.
That's when it's time to quit. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, in terms of like the Of Ruin and Confront the Elders and stuff, I know Jerry has Armadillo, which I reacted to the whole thing, obviously, and I really enjoyed it. And after being told it's supposed to be a one through, like a one take going top to bottom, which obviously as most albums are, I enjoyed the hell out of it. And I actually have listened to it fully, probably at least 6 times. Like I really dig it quite a bit. And, yeah, of course. And I know you guys were Confront the Elders, and then Renee is the drummer, right? Is that right?
Yeah. We could. So he was the drummer for a while, like a year and a half. But he plays in Distant now. If you know Distant, like the big European deathcore band.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So he joined them back in I think October November timeframe, and so like I mean he was gonna stay, but like we were kind of like, hey man, like we know you're busy, like go do your thing. So we actually do have 2 new members. They haven't been announced yet, but they will be soon. But we do have a new drummer, and we actually have a bassist now. So, but they'll be announced here soon.
Sick. And I'm assuming they're going to be announced before the album finally drops.
Yes, because then they are all.
They've been a big part of the album.
Okay. Yeah. Jake, the new drummer, he did all the drums, and then Christian, the new bass player, he did all the bass, and they're insane. So they're really good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like that's really good to know. I was curious about that because I was trying to look up the drummer, like who the fuck is drumming right here, and it took me a little bit to really narrow it down. And it's Renee, and I seen that he played with Disembodied Tyrant, if I'm not mistaken. You know, and I was interested, like, is this your guys' first connection within a band, like not just to each other, but like musically? Have you guys had any other projects outside of this? Like outside of Ruin, have you guys had any bands that you played in before, or is this like your first time?
I haven't.
You haven't?
No.
Well, Jerry, you played in bands back in the day.
I have. I've been in a lot. I've been in several bands, but like they were like MySpace shit, you know. So it's like you can't even find the shit anymore. It sucks.
Yeah.
I wish you could.
Yeah, I mean, like I was in like a shitty metalcore back in high school, like 12 years ago. But I mean, that ain't nothing to write home about. So
yeah, it doesn't really count.
No.
Yeah, I was back in the day with like Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza and shit like that. That's the kind of music I was playing back then.
Okay. Damn.
So,
all right.
I still kind of play that kind of shit. So.
Yeah. I mean, that the funny thing is when you said that is like anything in the MySpace era, anything that's back then might as well have just not even fucking existed. Like nothing back then doesn't matter anymore. Like when MySpace was around, I used to skateboard, but now I can't stand up on roller skates. Like none of that applies to anything. Like,
Facts. So we came across Renee because it was like after our Blood Moon EP, we were like, all right, we need a fucking drummer because we were programming drums ourselves, or I think Jerry was programming all the drums, and like they were okay. And then for the Blood Moon EP, the guy who produced it, he's also in a local band here called
Divisive.
Divisive, yeah, sorry, I blanked. And he drums for them, and he did all the MIDI. He remapped everything for that EP. And so after that, we were like, all right, we need a real fucking drummer because like we're stepping our game up, and like we want to like we said earlier, keep progressing. And so we put an ad out for we were looking for a drummer, and we had a couple of people reach out to us. He was one, and he was fucking sick. And of course, the only downfall though was that he lived in Europe, and so we were like, fuck, because like we kind of like at some point wanted to play live,
right?
And so I was like, I don't know. I was like really the only one who wasn't really like fully on board right out the gate. Because like they were stoked on him, and I was like, "But he lives in fucking Europe, though. Like, what are we gonna do?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Dude, Devin lives in Europe. What are you talking about?"
And they convinced me. And they were like, "Bro, we're not gonna be playing live for a long time anyway. So like, whatever." And I'm like, yeah, you're right." And anyway, so he came along and was fucking just crushing it for us. And then he joined Disembodied Tyrant, and that's how we got that connection. Because Blake Mullins, who is Disembodied Tyrant, it's a solo band basically. He's the one who does all of our production. So that's why, like, the production, if you listen to our stuff versus, like, Disembodied Tyrant, like, the production's pretty much identical almost. So that's how we met up with him, that's who did our production before. And then he got really busy with Disembodied Tyrant because they started, like, blowing up, obviously. So, we're for our next album, we're going with somebody different.
Okay. Yeah, because I was looking into Sammy Slamdance and kind of looking into him a little bit, and then I looked into Blake Mullins because I didn't really like, I knew Disembodied Tyrant, but only like in passing on the internet, if that makes sense. Like I've seen the name, I was familiar with the name, but I wasn't really familiar with the sound. And then I looked into him because of the feature that he had. And yeah, I realized that his name was tied to some of the stuff, and I started putting the connections there and realized that, yeah, he also played a part, and he played a hand in some of the music that you guys had. And I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, but he did all of our production for it, so.
Yeah. You know, speaking of the touring thing, are you guys going to plan like going on tour like before the album drops, or do you want to let the album drop and then see the traction with that first?
That's not really something we're looking to do anytime soon, to be honest.
Yeah.
We would like to, but, you know, unfortunately, with all of our careers, you know, I've got a very serious career. They both have serious careers, you know. It's just not something we can do at the moment.
Okay.
I would say at most, if we ever toured, like I'd maybe be able to get away with like 3 weeks.
Yeah, same.
It's just kind of like
short runs, dude.
Like we plan on playing local shows here and there eventually, but we're not even set up to play live right now. So
yeah, because we've never even played it. So, but yeah, like
the closest thing to playing live that we've ever done was the fucking music video.
and
that does not count.
Yeah, I don't think it does. It doesn't spirit. But
wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, I don't think it would be.
If we had to play live right now, I'd be so nervous. Right, it's been forever since I've played live, and the music is not easy to play. So
I haven't played live in many years.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I was really curious about, because I know that there's an album that we're going to be getting. You guys had a single in 22, and then you had one single in 2023, if I'm not mistaken, and then one this year. And I was like, is it where's the slow pace coming from? And now it makes a little more sense. I got the clarity on it, is that you guys are so busy outside of it, which expectedly so. But I mean, at least that kind of fills in the gaps for me personally, because I was like, well, why is it one a year?
Well, so
that
also
approach actually works well for us.
The what?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like we would have had Oh Death out a lot earlier, but we kind of ran into issues with our producer. Like he like I said, he got really busy with. It wasn't his fault or anything. I mean, I'm not gonna point fingers at him, but like he just got really busy with his band. So
yeah.
And that kind of took priority. And to be fair, like he let us know, you know, after a certain point in time, he was like, guys, I'm sorry this is taking so fucking long. Like, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been having to kind of prioritize my band, and because we're taking off, and they were doing a collab with Synestia or whatever the fuck you pronounce that.
Yeah,
And then Synestia, yeah. And so we were like, all right, man, yeah, that's cool. So if you can just send us back what you have, that'd be great. And so he sent us back the instrumental, and we were like, we kind of discussed about it within ourselves, and we're like, the instrumental sounds good enough, like. And so the only thing that was left to do was just mix vocals. So I just did all the vocals myself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then I think Sammy Slamdance mastered it. So
yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay. So how do you know Sammy? I'm very interested in this man.
he's local.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's just local
for years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
he's been in a lot of fucking projects and bands over the years, man. Like he's been.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's got his Sammy Slamdance project. He's in a local band called Abyss Walker. He was the vocalist in Fury for an album. So he's been around for a long fucking time. Like he's a big name in our local scene.
interesting.
His first band was called Adelaide back in like 2008. Dude, they were fucking heavy. I remember that's how I met Sam, was when he was in Adelaide.
Okay.
So yeah.
That makes sense.
He's just a local dude.
Okay, yeah, because I never heard of this man before, and then I seen him on that track.
I feel like everyone in the Nashville scene and surrounding scene knows Sam.
Okay,
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
it sounds like not. I'm not saying it in a negative way, but it sounds very hometown. Like where he's from, people know him very well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, because once I heard that track, I never heard his name before. I never seen it, and then he just came through with just fucking lit my pants on fire, dude. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, who is this man?
He's a fucking monster, bro.
Yeah, he's really good, actually. It was really surprising to me.
Yeah, and he can play everything. He plays drums, guitar. I mean, he does it. And he mixes, masters. Obviously, does vocals. Like he does everything. So he's crazy.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into him a little bit more because like I said, I did very much enjoy what he did. So I don't know if you guys can talk about it, will talk about it, but this new project that's coming up, like, can you at least tell me what you're the most excited about? Is it because you're getting like a permanent drummer? Is it getting the new bassist? Like, what are you guys excited for with this project, and what are you looking forward to getting from it in terms of reception or traction or anything like that?
Personally, I'm just most excited that it's actually fucking done. Like we actually have, I mean, other than vocals, like we'll actually be able to be like consistently putting out content this year for the first fucking time in our existence. So
yeah,
I mean, once I get vocals recorded, like it's just gonna be like just kind of bam, bam, bam.
Sick.
Because all the instrumentals, as far as I'm concerned, are done.
Okay.
And yeah, they are, and I've been so sick of like. I'm always on everybody's ass because I'm just like so sick of having like 9 to 10 months in between every song we put out. So finally, we have the whole album is done instrumentally. So now all I got to do is send it to the producer like next week, and then Cole's just got to track his vocals, and then we can have like at least a new song out every month and a half. Space it out a little bit. And I think this will be the biggest thing for us too, because like having constant like songs coming out is huge, especially for bands that don't play live. So I'm most excited to see just how well it does, because I feel like, I mean, and it's like, and I love the album as it is just instrumentally. So it's obviously like, I think it's obviously going to be way better once the vocals are on it. I'm super stoked. I think it's going to do really well. So I'm really stoked to see how it's received. And hopefully people like it, because I mean, it's definitely, there's some stuff on there that's pretty different, I would say, from what we've normally done, but there's definitely some stuff like that's like more reminiscent of like Odef and like kind of that kind of structure, but then there's also stuff that's like maybe more influenced by like bands like Behemoth or more like way more black metal shit, and just like I don't know, it's more slammy kind of elements like breakdown wise and stuff like that. So I think it's like, going to be
it's like Dini Borgir with breakdowns.
Sick.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, it's because like we're trying to like not reinvent the wheel, but like do something a little bit different, than like everybody else is. Because we do get the Lorna Shore clone quite a bit. And like, don't get me wrong, we all love Lorna Shore, but like, we're definitely not trying to like be Lorna Shore. So
Yeah, no, we've never once tried to sit down and be like, you know what, that sounds like Lorna Shore. Let's use it.
Yeah.
But I will say, getting compared to them, you know, that's pretty cool. That's a big compliment, in my opinion.
Yeah.
100%,
When people
yeah.
are doing it as a compliment, it's like, okay, hell yeah. I mean, I love being compared to them, so like that's sick. But like, God, I just can't stand just the ignorance that comes out of some people's mouth, where there's like, another band trying to be like Lorna Shore. It's like, bro, it's a genre. Like,
Right.
just because one fucking band is big right now in that genre doesn't mean that everyone else after that is a fucking wannabe. Like,
Exactly.
goddamn.
Like, it's not Will Ramos core. Like, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
it's like you listen to metalcore. It's like every band ripped off Architects. It's like, okay, and nobody's giving them shit. Like, I mean, it's not like we're sitting here blatantly ripping off Lorna Shore. Like, yeah, of course we're inspired by them and other bands in the genre. Like, no one's trying to like copycat Lorna. I mean, there's some people out there trying to copycat, but
right.
Yeah, and Lorna Shore wasn't even the first fucking band to do it. Like,
right.
Yeah.
I think what it is personally for me, I've talked to my boy about this a little bit too. Like, I feel like when Lorna Shore dropped to the Hellfire, I feel like there were a couple bands that had to almost make a response to that and kind of try and not really
disfigurement.
Yeah, no, literally, yeah. And like,
literally, like after that song dropped, like you're saying, like that's when like all this fucking like whole vocal Olympics thing started too, because he did those fucking snarls.
Crazy.
And so now it's like every vocalist is just trying to outdo the next thing. It's like, oh my god, I hate it. Honestly, I hate it.
You know, using fucking snorkels and shit.
I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Gutturals.
Dead ass.
I'm like, I'm just gonna stick to what I know. I'm not gonna participate in the fucking vocal Olympics. Like,
that's kind of how it felt.
It sounds cool and comes natural.
Like, I feel like, you know, even when Enterprise Earth dropped that song, what is it? Reanimate Disintegrate? I think I got the name right on there. Like, I feel like after that happened, a lot of bands kind of got the shockwave of Will Ramos and Lorna Shore doing that. And I feel like there were a lot of responses to that where they're like, okay, we need a way nastier breakdown. We need to do some fucking animalistic vocals and we need to do this and that. And I'm not saying that they weren't good when they did it, but it's like everybody's now responding. And I think that it kind of created a stigma of every band that makes a song that sounds even an inkling of similarity to them, they're instantly going to do that. They're going to point the finger and be like, oh, well, they're just trying to do that thing again. And it's like, well, no, I'm not trying to do that thing. I'm trying to make a good fucking song. Stop comparing me to Lorna Shore. And that was one thing I know that I did in the video. And that's why when I clarified, I was like, I want to give them as much respect as possible. You know, they could be Lorna Shore number 2, because I'm assuming I wasn't the first. I'm not the first one to be like, I hear kind of Lorna Shore in there somewhere. It's like, well, it's not a formula that they created. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's so frustrating, I bet.
Well, that's why I say, like, it doesn't bother me at all being compared to them if it's in a positive way. It's like, that's fucking awesome to me. Like, hell yeah. Like, I just appreciate being compared to my own, you know, a band that I look up to personally. So it's like, that's fucking sick.
Right.
But whenever you're just being ignorant about it and just, you know, that's what gets stupid.
It's just dumbass Redditors like, oh, you try to be Lorna Shore now? It's like, no, go listen to something else, bro. Not that they're not great. I listen to them all the time. Usually in my videos, I have a Lorna Shore vinyl up here. Like, I'm fucking all about them, but I can tell the difference.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like, but I bet getting compared to that, as annoying as it may be to hear both sides of that, well, at least on the negative side of trying to copy them or whatever, I bet it is a compliment.
Oh yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
to be compared to the guys that are at the top of the food chain is not a bad thing.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, Will Ramos is, oh man, he is a guy. I tell you what, he's crazy.
Yeah, he's fucking insane.
Yeah, he's fucking wild.
He really is.
So there was one thing that I wanted to ask you guys, which is just a stupid question, is what is one of your guys' favorite artists that may take people by surprise that you love or listen to a lot? Because I know a lot of these bands, like these heavier bands, they make all of this crazy beatdown, breakdown, metalcore music, but on the side, they're like, oh, I'm a big fucking Lana Del Rey stan. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, you know what I mean? So I always get curious with musicians, like, because I know musicians who make, we'll just say, generalized metal music. They don't, I'm sure they listen to metal a lot, but that's not all they listen to. You know what I
No,
mean?
absolutely not. Like my second favorite genre that I listen to all the time is like indie rock, like Vance Joy, the Lumineers, that kind of stuff. Like
Nice.
folk, like kind of like I don't really fuck with country too much, but like I do.
I
Like,
love country.
like folk
Yeah.
music. So like Zach Bryan, like he's fucking good. Is it Zach Bryan? There's like two Bryans.
Is it Zach Bryan?
Is it
Luke Bryan, Zach
Is
Bryan.
it-
It's Zach
Is it
Bryan and
Zach
Kobe
or the
Bryant,
other
yeah.
Oh, you're looking at my fucking playlist.
And I bet you do like country music. I see you on Instagram with your fish and shit. I see it.
Oh yeah. I'm a redneck, dude. I love country music, but I also like, indie and folk, and I love like emo, pop punk. I just like all music. The only music I will not listen to is gospel, and it's just because it's boring as fuck. Dude. It has some energy to it, maybe. But,
Yeah.
like for me, man, music. I don't think there is a bad genre out there. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think there can be a bad composition of notes, but
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
think
the same
it's
way. I
bad.
listen to pretty much it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Music.
I agree. Like I do listen to everything except for gospel, really. Like I listen just about everything, and I hate when I talk to people and I'm like, what music do you like? And they're like, well, I listen to everything. And I'm like, really? And they're like, except for country and EDM. I also don't like screaming. It's like, okay, so you don't fucking like everything. You like what you like. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, exactly.
You like 80s music and fucking 90s music, probably. That's it.
Right. Just because
Pretty
you're
much everyone that I work with listens to country. I don't like country. Like I won't listen to it, but if it's playing, like I'm not gonna be like, that's fucking garbage, turn it off. Like I'll still sit there and vibe to it. Like, but I'm not gonna be the one to put it on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, I love country music, but I like to think I don't even know the word to explain it. Like I like the older classical country music. Like if I'm going to listen to country music, I'm going to listen to Alan Jackson. I'm going to listen to the old Tim McGraw. I'm going to listen to what the
that's the heat, man.
That is gas. It's fucking gas.
You can't beat the heat, man. You gotta be the old Tim. I call him Crib My Balls. That's what my son made that up. So. Old Crim, we call him.
I love it. Yeah.
Crib My Balls.
Like, I'm not one of these guys who are like, oh, the new country music nowadays isn't real country music. In a way, it's not when you compare it. But at the same time, it's just not for me. It's just
evolution, man. All music evolves. Just like
Exactly.
think about metal. Think about metal 10 years ago. You compare our band to what metal was 10 years ago. The sound isn't the same, and we're in the same genre just about.
Yeah.
It evolves. The evolution is important in music, so I'm here for it. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. So. It's like on the same note of Lorna Shore, you would never compare them to like a King Diamond or something like that.
No, not at all. Or any of that.
No.
None of it. No. So yeah, the evolution is important. So I appreciate it from an artist standpoint. I like it a lot.
Yeah, so, I agree.
Borderline, all that shit. I don't like shit like Sam Hunt because that dude just like talks on a microphone, and he's usually trying to pick up chicks, and he's really bad at it from the lyrics in his songs.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm not into that dude at all.
You know what? I'll second that. I'm not really either. But so. I know I see a lot of fish on Instagram now because of you. Thank you for that. So with you other guys, like, what do you guys like? What are your guys' hobbies and stuff that you do for fun? Like Cole, aside from deadlifting semi trucks, like, what do you like to do for fun?
Honestly, that takes up a fucking lot of my time.
Yeah.
Between work, bodybuilding, and fucking like actual training and cooking, like. Cooking takes up goddamn the vast majority of my fucking day. I hate it. I hate it so much, dude.
Yeah.
Like meal prepping and eating. It's like 90% of my day.
Yeah, I feel that.
I hate it so much.
I definitely dedicate 2 days out of my week to meal prep for the week. And it's like it feels so good. But at the same time, it's like I just fucking not wasted, but I just spent 4 hours to make a salad for 4 days of my week. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that sucks.
You know,
I mean, like, the
oh,
training
dude.
aspect of it is fucking awesome, obviously. Like, I love going to the gym, but
Yeah.
fucking eating sucks dick.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my problem, dude. I hate eating, but I love the gym. But eating is just fucking hard.
Yeah, see, I'm the complete opposite of you guys. I don't go to the gym and I love eating, so it's really cool.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so dumb. But I am really excited to hear the album. I'm excited to get a single. Like, I hope that we get it soon because
We'll send it to you. We'll send it to you early. Don't worry.
hey, let's go. You know I'm gonna be on it. Because I swear, dude, if I don't get a single soon, I'm gonna go to Tennessee and create a misdemeanor. Like, I need one more song. Like, please.
Hey, if we don't get a single soon, you go talk to fucking Cole because it's gonna be on his
Yeah, it's
ass.
his fault.
Fair.
It's his
It'll
fault.
be on his
The
ass.
vocals for the first song are already done. I just got to retrack them. And so, like,
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the hard part. Getting to do it.
I
I told you I was going to take it.
I'm gonna cyberbully you. I promise that. Like, you need to get that done
Please.
for me.
Bro, they do it already, so have it.
Yeah. Please feel
Yeah,
free.
we
to cyber-
cyberbully
Yeah,
every day.
yeah. Anybody that watches this, just go fucking cyberbully the shit out of Cole and if you want the album to get done,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
gonna be on his ass.
Yeah, cyberbully him, but in a nice, respectful way. But make sure to tell him to hurry the fuck up.
Yes, 100%.
That's crazy, man. At least you got the shoulders enough to be able to carry all the weight that's on your back of holding back the music. But you know what? I'm proud of you for doing it. That's really great. Get the vocals done, please.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Dude,
Okay.
yeah. Writing lyrics is the hardest part, probably. That shit's so hard.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah,
the
it is
songwriter,
hard.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he does lyrics wise. He does all the lyrics, and then I do most of the instrumental shit.
Sick.
But yeah, the vocals. I mean, vocals. I feel like lyrics, like even like writing lyrics is fucking hard. Like I'm
It is.
terrible at it. I'm fucking awful at it. I don't even try.
I feel like we all
Me too.
collectively. I feel like we all collectively write lyrics.
I mean, like, if I'm really just in a ditch, like, just like, all right, I ran out of fucking ideas, then I'll hit up the rest of the band and be like, do y'all have fucking anything? Typically, like, me and Devin will, like, do a call or something. Or me and Jerry will do a call and, like, they'll help.
That makes sense.
Or hell, I've even helped. I've even had other, like, local band homies, like, the vocals of Divisive. He helped me write one of our songs. Yeah, and then another band that we're friends with, the Foul Tongues, their vocals reach out. I was like, hey, if you need help writing lyrics, I'm here for you.
That's
I'll
dope.
word.
Yeah, no, that's sick. Like if I was in a band and I had to write lyrics like that, I feel like I would abuse that fucking door to be open. Like every day I'd be like, dude, I just wrote 7 words and you gotta tell me if the shit smacks or not. Like I would be so fucking nervous.
Yeah. Oh, they definitely let me know. If I write something and it's just fucking dumb, Devin's always the first one to be like, bro, it's stupid as fuck.
Devin does not give a fuck, dude.
I don't, dude. I am the first one to let you know that your shit sucks. Like, I don't care.
No,
Like if my
He
shit
doesn't
sucks,
mind
hey,
it,
man,
if
I'll
you-
fix it. Whatever. I don't. Yeah. Like I just want everything to be fucking cool and sound
Yeah.
cool. So.
I get that. It feels
And
like
I mean, if it sucks, I want them to tell me that it sucks too. Because, like, if it sucks and then we put it out, then I'm going to be the one that gets fucking roasted for it. So, like,
Yeah, you are.
yeah, 100%. Like you got to have the honest people around you because you don't want the yes men who are like, oh no, dude, it's cool, and then it comes out and it doesn't get good reception. They're like, yeah, well, I was a little unsure about that entire fucking song. It's like you could have just told me,
why did you say something?
Yeah.
you asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's what holds band or that like kind of like screws bands over too is like they don't have that person in the band to like hold people accountable and be like, oh dude, like that's not very good. You should probably try to like make that better. And they're just like, oh yeah, man, it's cool, just so they don't want to hurt people's feelings,
Right.
and then they put it out and it flops or whatever. Or you got like the other side where people are like way too anal and then they just never put anything out and then they're just nowhere. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like you gotta have like a healthy balance of both. Like, hey, this is really good. Let's just put it out and not like overthink it, or like, hey man, this sucks, and like let's rework it and then put it out. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And it seems like you're very much the one to say if something sucks. Sounds like you're the one who's vocal about it.
Yeah.
yeah,
we've
100%,
got-
dude.
Dude, I've got 2 computers full of songs that we've scrapped that like 1 or 2 parts they didn't like, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not reworking it. The songs are scrapped now. So
Damn.
because
Yeah.
I don't like to rework songs, man. It's just it's a lot of work.
I'm assuming it is.
Yeah.
I have no idea how much time that would actually take to do that.
It's unbelievable amount of time.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
Jerry's the kind of person to where he'll write something, and then like if we ask him to fix it, he's like, I can't hear it another way because I've already written it this way. So like,
Yeah,
I get it, because like I've had times like that too, where like I've written something and then like I'm like, oh, this sucks, or someone else is like, it sucks. I'm like, okay. I try to write something else in that part, but like I can't think of anything, so I'm just used to what I already fucking wrote there.
Yeah.
But like that's kind of like where like you kind of take the other approach of like, okay, I'm just going to put this one to the side, work on something else, and then maybe I'll come up with something in this song that doesn't necessarily fit, but it'll fit in the other song that needs something or whatever.
That makes
So
sense.
like I've done that a lot. Like, yeah, like, cause like I just finished the album instrumentally like a few weeks ago, and one of the songs like literally took fucking forever. Like this was like one of the songs I wrote like 2 or 3 years ago and just never could get it finished. And then finally something like came up, like a riff came up and it like actually worked, and I was like, oh, thank God. And then like our new drummer also helped beef it up a little bit, and like he wrote a little bit of it, like a breakdown or something, which helped a ton. And that's another thing awesome about having 2 new members is like to get more ideas, more collaboration. The drummer is insane. Like he plays drums, he also can play guitar, so like he actually wrote one of the songs on the new album. He completely wrote on guitar and drums and everything, which was a huge help. Yeah, because I was like, dude, I wrote 7 of these 8 songs. I can't write another right now. I'm burnt out. And then he's like, I have this song, and he sent it to us, and we're like, oh, thank God, dude. Like, yes, thank Christ, dude. Because I just want to get this shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
and again, it came out of nowhere too. We were like, "What the fuck? Why have you been holding out on us?" Like,
True.
Right, yeah.
It's probably one of my favorite tracks, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, mine too.
And to be fair too, like I mean, he's only been like we picked him up like 2 months ago maybe. So like,
it's
not like he was holding out on us for 6 months and was like had this shit and didn't tell us.
It's more or less just like you're just like, I don't know my place yet, so I'm not gonna.
That's fair.
Yeah. So then he just and we were struggling, and he's like, oh, I got something, so we just threw it out there, and it's fucking sick, and it works well with the album. So yeah, it's super nice having like a full band now where we can actually collaborate, have more minds into the music, you know, because Cole's fucking no help with instrumental. He can't play shit.
Cole is useless.
Fucking anything.
Damn, dude. After I'm coming up with vocal stuff.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I mean, yeah, it sounds like, I mean, you always hear the saying, you know, you don't want too many cooks in the kitchen, but it also sounds like when you have,
hey, when the dining room's full, you need more goddamn cooks, baby, because it's getting full.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it sounds like it's going to be nice.
Yeah.
And that's super true. Like, I mean, like sometimes it's nice to like you said, not have too many cooks in the kitchen and just do, you know, work a song, but it is nice when you're in a rut and then you have other people to like kind of lean on and help finish something out because you just are burnt out and can't think of anything or whatever.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying too. Like, I bet it's nice to have the other angles of inspiration or creativity and stuff like that too. Because
100%,
yeah. Awesome. Well, that's what the new drummer. You said he pretty much does everything he can, right? Guitar, drums, songwriting, everything. Did he come from somewhere, or is he also a local guy?
So our new bassist is actually his best friend, and so the bassist joined us back in he hit us up on Instagram, and we're like looking at his videos like October, so it was fairly recent, and I was like, man, this dude's fucking sick. And so we gave him one of the songs from the album, like, hey man, just like here's your like tryout track, just throw bass down on it or whatever. And he did it, and it was fucking sick. And we're like, yeah, dude, you're in. And then that's kind of around the same time Renee was like kind of like leaving the band, and so we're like, fuck, like what are we gonna do now? Like drum wise, like we have no drums on any of these songs except for like one. And he's like, well, hey, like, so our bassist went to Berkeley, which is like, if you're familiar, it's like the biggest music college in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he went to Berkeley, so he had a bunch of, you know, friends and connections, and obviously he's very musically smart and inclined, more than any of us. And he's like, yeah, man, I got a really good friend of mine. He's an insane drummer. You guys should give him like a tryout or whatever. And I was like, all right, yeah, why not? And so I gave him a call, talked to him. He was super fucking cool. I was like, hey man, like I'm gonna send you the song. Just if you want, just throw down your drums on it and send it back as soon as you can. And he literally did it in like 2 hours
Damn.
and sent it back. And we're like, yeah, like he did it in like 2 hours, sent it back, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, this is like, I didn't even have to ask the other guys. I was like, yeah, like this is fucking he's in like.
Yeah,
and then
it was like the first 2 days of him being in the band, he finished like 3 of our songs.
Jesus
like,
Christ!
yeah, he's a monster, dude. Like
it was quick.
Damn.
He single-handedly saved our album because he just cranked out everything so quick, and like I said, he's been in the band for like maybe 2 months, and he's finished the whole album drum-wise. So, and with like multiple revisions and everything, so like it was a huge asset to have him join and just absolutely crush it. So we're super stoked to have him, and Christian too. Christian's insane on the bass. So
Jesus, talk about the stars aligning with that one. Oh my god,
dude. Yeah, we got real lucky. Or else we'd be fucked right now. We would be honestly, we would be so fucked if we didn't have him right now.
Christian's style of playing bass is sick as fuck too, which I'm super stoked about because like I love a good bass. Like my favorite bands like Korn. And like any other, like hell, Job for a Cowboy, they're very bass oriented. Yeah. Like I love a band that has like that's very bass oriented, like where it really just comes through. They have like little cool little tricks that they do, and I'm just like, dude, this is fucking sick. So I'm stoked. But like a lot of bands, like you can't even hear the bass. Like right. I mean, obviously, like it has a huge part in the song, but like you can't hear it prominently. So like whenever there is like prominent bass in a song, like I love it.
Yeah, there is a lot of bands where, the bassist could be fucking going off, but it's so within the melting pot of everything else happening that it's hard to focus on specifically what they are doing, Yeah. So I get that.
So, yeah, I think there's a couple of songs where he put some little fills in and then like slides and stuff and the breakdowns and that kind of stuff. I'm like, dude, this is fucking sick. I'm so stoked on it.
Yeah, he's a really good. You can tell he finger picks and he does a lot of sweeping and edging.
Yeah, he's so good. Yeah, he's so fucking good. I'm stoked for like after this album to like because like then we'll like all fully be able to like go into the entire writing process together instead of because like the album was pretty much done, so like all they had to do is just like kind of do their thing on the song.
Just follow along.
Yeah. So like it'll be cool to see what happens after the album, like how everything kind of comes together, because it'll be cool to do everything together from the start and see how it comes out.
Yeah. Like that's gonna be sick, and I can't wait to hear once it's the full ensemble all together when it's starting fresh on something brand new. Like that's gonna be crazy. And Cole, I don't know if you heard. When it only took him 2 hours to put the stuff on those tracks. I mean, you could probably just sing into a mic pretty quickly and get those vocals on, my guy.
Yeah.
Saw that.
He gets it.
Yeah, Cole. Yeah, Cole. He's got the worst excuses. Like he'd be like, I woke up at 10. It's my only day off this week, so I'm just gonna take my sweet time and go to the gym for 5 hours, and then I gotta come home and shower, which takes 45 minutes.
Then I gotta grocery shop.
And then I gotta eat. That's gonna
I gotta shower. Off a week.
I gotta eat. That's gonna take another 2 hours. So like I'll have like 30 minutes to track.
Man, I'm camping again this weekend.
Sorry, I gotta go camping this weekend.
I went camping one time. Goddamn.
A week.
Yeah.
I might have to take a shit later.
Oh, sorry guys, I'm watching TV. It's like, dude.
Dude, imagine having a life. Oh my god.
I know.
Yeah, right, dude. Suffer like the rest of us.
Yeah, dead ass. Just be dead inside. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I am. Come on now.
Oh, okay, perfect. That's why you do so much.
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right. Well, anything else you guys want to talk about for the album, or anything else you got going on, or if you want to shower me with compliments, I mean, whatever you guys want to do, like anything you want to say.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like like I said on one of my comments, like your reaction videos are my favorite so far, and this has probably been the best interview we've done. So
damn.
Your shit's hilarious, dude. I love your reactions. They're fucking sick.
I actually really appreciate that a lot, because when I did your guys' reaction, there was a moment in time where I was like, this is not my fucking comedy hour. Okay, I'm reacting to the song. And then I was like, it was in that time where I was like, I feel like I talk a lot, but I feel like I don't have a lot of personality within my commentary. So your guys' video was kind of the one where I was like, I'm gonna fucking say, who cares? I'm gonna let it fly and go. And I'm happy that you guys saw it, and I'm happy that you guys liked it actually, because once I saw you guys like really responding well to it, like I was driving somewhere and I was looking at my phone. I wasn't texting and driving, but I was staring at my phone. And and I remember I was seeing the comments, and I swear to God, I was like, yo, what the hell is actually happening? Like, that's crazy, because I started this shit like 45 days ago or something. And now, you know, I'm talking to you guys on here, and I've got a lot of great reception, and everything's kind of I've been feeling the traction. So it's super wild to me that we've been sitting here for however long, and it's just been chill. And like, I'm still shaking from the waist down, but you know what? It's fine.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man, lean into it, bro, because like your reactions are fucking sick, and they're genuine too, and that's a huge thing.
Yeah,
like
that's a big thing, man. Is I'm really big into genuine. You know, if someone's genuine or not, and I think we could all agree. You know, it's really easy to see you're genuine about like what you like about what we're doing or what you hear in other videos you've done. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you're just being yourself. Like, there's so many
it's good
channels.
feedback.
Like most of the typical reaction channels that you see, like they just do the same fucking.
They're all like,
they regurgitate the same fucking reaction every fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm like, bands pay for this? Like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, no, you guys didn't have to give me compliments. That was a joke, but I do appreciate everything that you're saying, and that was one of the things I wanted to do when I started doing it, because there was a couple reaction channels that I would watch specifically for hip hop stuff, because I'm still very much a hip hop head, as I am a metal guy, and you could just tell they've heard it before. Like, it's just, and I was like, I would never listen to a song and then listen to it for the first time. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking do that. Like, if I'm gonna miss something, I'm gonna fucking miss it, and you're gonna see me miss it. But if I catch something, I caught it, and you can see that I am reacting like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's crazy. Like, that's why, like, if my reactions are all over the place, I really don't care, because I wanted to come off as genuine. So
yeah.
So. Yeah, and then there's definitely no issue with like talking too much too, because like there's like people that'll do the reaction and like they'll like listen to the whole thing through and then talk at the end, which is fine. Like, that's totally fine. But like they'll say like a couple things like, "Oh, that was cool, man," and then like that's it. And it's like, okay, like, you know, bands want to hear feedback, and people want to hear feedback too. They want to hear like what you think of the song, and like, and I like you know, like break down certain sections and everything. And, like, I think what you're doing is like perfect. Like the way you're doing it, it's funny. Like, you're clearly into it, and like you're actually like digesting it, and like, you know, kind of like breaking down what's happening, and like, you know, just basically, you know, like it's literally your actual reaction. It's not like it's some like scripted fake bullshit, you know, which is super nice to see, because a lot of a lot of reaction channels are just like so like generic and just boring, but yours are actually entertaining and fun.
I appreciate that so fucking much. I can't even explain it, because I don't want to see a guy headbang into the camera for 4 minutes and be like, that was crazy, peace out, and it's like, you didn't do anything for me.
It's like no, like the whole point of reaction channels is like, okay, like I like this song a lot, I want to see what other people think about it, and then that's like, if you don't give your opinion and like at least like talk about it, like then it's like, okay, why did I watch this? I wasted fucking 5 minutes of my life, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it is, it's like
I still appreciate you listening to music, but
it's like, yeah, cool, thanks for listening to it, but like, you know, like what did you think about it? Like, did you like it? You know what I mean? You know?
Right. Yeah. I always worry about the talking too much, but it sounds like a lot of people do obviously like it, and you guys can see why I do it too, because I feel like if I listen to something and I react, like I can say a lot with my face and how animated I am, but you don't know what I'm thinking or what I feel about it or this and that. So I tend to overtalk, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do it anyways.
Overtalking can be bad when like you're not like, it's different for you because you're funny. So it's like, it's entertaining. It's like people that just like pause the song and then ramble for 5 minutes and like they don't really say anything like worth a shit, then it's like, okay, dude, like, why are it's like, it's not valuable, so it's like, okay, like, why are you pausing the song, you know what I mean? But
that makes sense.
At least you're saying like, you know, valuable shit, and you're saying funny shit, so it's like, this is entertaining, which is the whole point, you know what I mean? So it works.
I am gonna write all of this in my metaphorical diary, guys. Don't you worry about that at all. No, I really do appreciate all the kind words, and I appreciate that feedback a lot, and I'm glad that you guys have been hella chill this whole time, and that we made this happen. Like, this is super cool. Like, I don't know who I was talking to the day on the OV Ruin Instagram when I was like, yo, we should do this. And then I started shaking like a wet chihuahua, and then I got the message back, and it was like, yeah, let's fucking do it. And I was like, holy shit, this is wild to me. So I'm glad that we made it happen.
Yeah, 95% of the time, if you're talking to anybody in the Overruined DM, that's me.
Okay.
So, Jerry's banned from the account because he does stupid shit, and Cole's just too. So Jerry's banned from. Yeah, Jerry runs a TikTok, but he's banned from everything else because he is.
Cole runs the Facebook, Devin runs the Instagram. That's the breakdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jerry's banned from the other ones because he is notorious for just insane amount of typos, a lot of typos, and shit that just makes no fucking sense. So like, dude, you just post on TikTok, bro.
Yeah, you just do the fun thing. Stop talking to people. It's not working.
yeah, I handle the fun shit. I'm the fun person.
Okay.
They're the serious dudes. I'm the fun guy.
Oh, okay. We like that. You need that. You need that difference.
Even on Facebook, like I only post things. Like even on Facebook, Devin's probably the one reacting to everything. Like they responding to shit.
Yeah.
That's fact.
Yeah, I don't have a Facebook, but I was looking at the Facebook page for it, and yeah, it's just all posts. That's all it is. Yeah. I mean, cool.
Yeah. Facebook's whatever. It's. I mean, we have a decent amount of people on there that kind of like follow the Facebook, but I feel like Instagram and TikTok, especially TikTok with like the videos and stuff, is definitely where the money's at. But Instagram, I think, is definitely our preferred platform.
That makes sense. Yeah, I created.
I like Instagram more.
Yeah, I created my Instagram and I didn't do a fucking thing with it. And then it sounds like it was you. You're like, do you have Instagram? And I was like, yep. Reset password, fucking log into it. Hurry up and put on a profile picture. And I was like, this is me, guys.
Yeah, because after your video, I was trying to find your Instagram because I was like, we were gonna post it and tag you, and I was like, damn, like it doesn't have Instagram. Or maybe I was like, maybe it's just like
TikTok.
Yeah, because I was like, maybe it's like a different name or something, and I can't find it, so that's why I hit you up, and it's like, yo, like, what's your Instagram? Because I didn't think you had like a different name on there or something, but yeah, glad to get on the gram because yeah, we'll be tagging you and shit. So.
Yeah, I know, and I appreciate that a lot, and I'm glad that I actually put my big boy pants on and figured out my Instagram, because the moment you were like, do you have it? I was like, of course I have an Instagram, dude, obviously. And then I had to hurry up and like create the whole thing in like 3 minutes, and then I sent my fucking Instagram handle.
Well, that was like me on here. Like I have a Discord, but I've literally never fucking used it. So like before this, I like uploaded my profile picture, changed my name and everything. I still had it as like Cole CTE, which is like Confront the Elders. Remember from like some other thing that I did way back when we were still Confront the Elders. Yeah. And so I was like, I gotta change that. So you can find me.
Gotta be with the times. You gotta evolve, like we were saying.
Yep. We're constantly evolving.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, I really, really appreciate it. I'm gonna hold you to what you said about sending me that song. I need to hear it whenever you guys got that done. Send it to me. I would love to hear it. I won't react to it if you don't want it out early, but I would love to hear it at least personally.
Yeah. Once the song and then like the video we get done for it, we'll send you the video with the song, and then you can, if you want to, you can do your reaction to it, and then just post. You can just post it like once the song comes out or whatever, and however you want to do it. But.
Okay.
Yeah, or you can just fake that it's your first time listening to it after it comes out.
Yeah, I should do that. Be like, guys, I've never heard this before.
I've never heard this before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't get this early.
Yeah, this is crazy. I'm glad it just came out today. This is wild to me.
This video is already edited so quickly.
Yeah. Like the video's been out for 4 minutes and he has a 13-minute reaction. How the fuck did this work?
Yeah.
Yeah, take that, motherfuckers.
That's the way to do it.
That's great. What the hell? But not only that, I look forward to everything. So, like I said, I appreciate y'all's time. Thanks for chopping it up with me.
Sure.
It's been cool.
Yeah, man.
If I ever find myself in Tennessee, which might not happen, I'll see if I can link. I've only been to Tennessee once, and I actually do need to go back to Tennessee. Actually, I was supposed to go back last year, and I didn't. So if I do go this year,
It's pretty here. Really pretty.
I loved it. When I went to Tennessee, I honestly thought it was crazy. Like, I loved it so much. Like, it was actually chill and nice. So if I find it, I'm going to be like a clingy girlfriend and hit you guys up and be like, can you guys give me some clout tokens because I'm in Tennessee, and we'll make it happen. So
Absolutely, dude.
but
Yeah, we're still trying. We don't have any clout tokens for you. We're still
bro.
trying to find some.
come on, man.
Maybe after the album, we'll see. Hopefully, we get some cloud tokens.
There we go. I mean, all your clout tokens are still in Ethereum. I understand. That's fine.
They don't quite exist yet.
Yeah. They're metaphorical. It's fine. They still count.
Yeah.
But
It's okay.
all right, guys. Well, I'm going to shut her down and pretend like I have a life that I need to get to. So I was thinking about, yeah, dude, of course. Yeah. No, I don't want to cut it short or anything, but I was going to go eat for 2 hours and then go camping for the 4th time this week and stuff like that. So
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, definitely not tracking vocals.
yeah, I'm definitely not going to do that. I promise you I will not do that today.
Me neither.
Yeah, I know.
We know.
We know.
All right.
Maybe next week.
All right, guys. Peace out. I appreciate it, and hopefully we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Of course, yeah. See you guys.
Peace.